Hello, Matt. Greetings from the BMO Mines and Money event here in Miami. Just thought I'd check in with you guys for just got 5 minutes, and I just want to have a little chit chat about my bought deal last week for my followers on your network.
It's why we want to hear from you, Glenn. So it looks like it's going to be a big number, and also the other thing is rehabilitation of the El Tigre mine. You can tell us what's going on there. So let's kick off with the bought deal. Why are you doing it?
Look, we talked. I think it was not even 2 weeks ago when I told you we're ramping up. 6 drills going to 8. We're going underground. We've already announced a press release, I think, since we talked, or maybe around the same time. Contractors on site. It's now time to go fast at El Tigre. I had 15 million bucks in the bank, and last Monday, a week ago today, I sat and there was so much U.S. intelligence that Putin was going into the Ukraine. That's going to upset things for a while, my friend, as you can see. A lot of people didn't believe it, but they were so over the top that I did. I had a $20 million bought deal put in front of me from the top banks in the world, but also all institutional. And I grabbed it. It gives us a sight line now to $50 million, and basically with some warrants coming due, and we're full on. There's no slowing down, Matt. We're just going to keep going faster.
Okay, good news indeed. So when do we actually start to understand the terms as to, because it's quite interesting what's going on in the market at the moment. Are things going to get cheaper because people are desperate for good deals? Are they going to get more expensive because companies are looking for money, which is coming off the table?
Well, what we see down here really is this place is jammed. All the mining companies are here. There's already been a couple of big deals announced, Matt. So I think things are heating up in our space. Realistically, not for me, because I've just nailed a bought deal $20 million at 25% higher valuation than the last money I took not even about a year ago. So I'm very happy. But do I think that the world and maybe the equity markets are going to slow a little bit until we see where Mr. Putin and goes in the Ukraine? Absolutely. So, we de-risked it for ourselves, because what we don't want to get into is a circumstance where I have to not go from 6 to 8 drills to 10 drills, or don't go underground, because this is a long process of not as much equity available. I hope I'm wrong, but I balance risk in the job I have as CEO of this company, and I made the decision I did, and I know it was the right one.
Well, we saw Goldmans put out a piece advising investors not to kind of cash out and not to take a cash position or to, a heavier cash position in their portfolio, but to, hold steady with the equities. Is that what you're hearing down there at BMO?
Well, from my perspective, what we're hearing is, when you say equities, you mean mining equities. So we're hearing the same thing. This will be, especially for precious metals and silver, this will be very, very, very good here in the short term, as it already has been, but in the longer term also. Nothing changes for us. We think we've been doing this for almost 30 years in Mexico, building silver and gold mines down there. We truly, before any of this, thought the next decade is going to be the best run of our life time. And we've been in this game a long time. We think it's even better now. And a lot of optimism down here. Look, uncertainty. There's uncertainty in the world right now. But I think that people are looking at that uncertainty, especially for precious metals, and saying, boy, this is going to be good. It's a terrible way for it to be good. What's happening in Ukraine is absolutely horrible. But, we look long. We don't look from event to event. And this is just going to be a little bit of an uncertain time in the world. We'll get through it. And then, but the good thing for us, we have to look at our business. And our business is, we are now fully funded with sightline to $50 million in the company. And we are going to go. It's time to sprint on the Tigre. I told you that. I did not want to be able to if the world got upside down for 6 months, 8 months, or a year.
Right. Obviously, Russia-Ukraine situation is a difficult one and still playing out, but it is similar in the sense of the uncertainty it brings to the market as COVID was early 2020. Is this good for precious metals broadly, i.e. any kind of company who's sitting in the precious metal sector will do well? Or do you think the companies with strong fundamentals are going to do better this time, lessons learned and all that?
Look, our game is always about, we have the best management team, we think, in Mexico. We have the best assets in Mexico. The only thing that can slow you down is access to capital. You know how we've raised money, our group out of Halifax. It's all bought deals. It's supported by not only the top banks in the world, but the top precious metals institutions in the world. So basically, from my perspective, capital. We've just taken a big load of capital, which shows it's still available to us from the top institutions. Do I think it's going to get tougher for some other companies to raise capital? Absolutely. It's uncertain times. So that's a strategic advantage that we have, we think, over many of our peers.
Okay, good news indeed. And then and again, obviously, El Tigre mine rehabilitation is the beginning of the plan. So what are we looking forward to this year from you now you've got this cash?
Well, just more of the same from our last conversation. It's 6 drills banging away on those 3 main veins, hitting that quartz vein close to surface, drilling that beautiful wide shale zone. And when you go underground, it's just a transition to more of the same underground drilling, which is easier, more defined, easier to drill from underground. But also remember that shale horizon is going to be in the dry part of that mine once we're underground. You're looking at then bulk sampling that. Just so many opportunities here. The next 6 months will be just an incredible time for the company and really move it to the next, as I like to say.
Okay, well, look, you're dialing in. You've got lots of meetings. You've got glorious sunshine. I'm going to let you get back to it. I appreciate the update. We'll speak to you soon.
Thank you very much, Matt.